Hi, everybody.
All right. Yo, I think we are live. Somebody confirm that for me.
The microphone should be working this time.
Yep, it should be working. All right. Somebody give me a thumbs up or something and let me know if y'all can hear us. All right. I'm going to assume that means y'all can hear us. Hey, Lacey. Y'all just going to have to deal with our awkwardness for a minute because we're not usually in charge of this.
I'm usually in charge of this. I know what I'm doing.
You know what you always know what you're doing.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, Food Forest Permaculture, good to see you.
Dot. That's a good thing to say. Dot.
Actually, Kimberly, I think Lacey beat you here tonight. Mason's probably still recuperating from dealing with Aaron yesterday.
Probably so.
Mason's just getting a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna pretend like you were here first. Nobody has to know.
Mm-hmm. He's first.
Mason, in the words of a wise man, I don't need your negativity. Just like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
He's wise pretty much most of the time.
Like and subscribe.
Steve is taking over, picking on Mason. I know Aaron's here in the chat.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
He's somewhere down there watching, probably laughing at us being awkward.
I'm not awkward.
You're not awkward?
No.
No. Okay.
You're being awkward about me being awkward.
Aaron picked at me plenty last night. I'm sure he did, Mason. I know he didn't want to miss that opportunity.
Hey, Berna.
Vase Place is here. She's our moderator. Lane, how much money did you make this week? 0, because he spent so much more than he.
I think I made negative.
You probably made negative. Probably. So YouTube's not paying us yet, unfortunately. Hopefully not too much longer. Hi, Jeremiah. Glad to see you here.
I know who that is.
Steve says Lane can work to get his own YouTube money, teaching me how to build stuff. Yes, he does need to get some more videos done on that.
I can't.
Yeah, he's having trouble with his iPad, so we probably got to get another one. That's why he doesn't get paid.
That's why I get paid. That's why I get paid, guys.
Aaron, hey friends, listening in while driving home. Don't text and drive too much, sir. Feathered Connections Homestead's here. Hey everybody. Hey Kelly. I did see your newest Facebook reel. Steve says eyes on the road, not on the chat. That's right. 334 miles to go.
Jeez.
That's quite a ways.
They ain't no distance for him.
No, Dad, he can go far. Brianna's here. Hello, early birds. Tiny Hands Farm. Glad you're here. Verna's asking to your destination or home. For his way home. There he is, heading home.
Never know.
Steve, what worms are we coming for? Hey, my shepherd crew, watching from the road. Eyes on the road.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
PJ's here. Hey, PJ. Good to see you. All right, good. I'm getting to the comments that everybody said they can hear us. Thank goodness. Rock Hill Homestead, hello. We miss seeing you. Alex Smith, what's up? I see Aaron is somewhere else. Yes, he is. But he is currently on his way home. Steve says, about time we got a quality live. I don't know if I would say all that, but
If I was the one in charge, then it would be a quality live.
he has no haunt. Yes, Jeremiah, we see you. Bean Farm, y'all get rid of him. No, we did not get rid of him. I am anxiously waiting on him to get back. I hate when he has to go on the road, but
By himself.
business calls. Aaron said, what a coincidence. He's on the road too. Yes, he is. Steve, yes, don't drive into each other. My shepherd crew, only an hour and a half left for us. I think Aaron should be home around 10, so he's got about 4 hours left. Luckily for him, he has his bestie with him. His other bestie, that's not me. So,
Is it,
here's Mr. Brad.
Brad?
Yeah.
I thought that was Gary. I can't remember his name.
Garden videos pay more than the lives do. Just say, well, next week. So what I want to do is every week do a garden tour just to show what's popped up. They didn't have too much for week 1 if you saw the chart that I posted. But next week they're going to have a lot because a lot of stuff came up. And especially we had a little bit of rain today. Not a lot, just a little bit. So a lot of seeds popped up. Olivia says, hi, Lane.
Hello, Olivia.
Mason, Steve starting the pot. Steve lives to start a pot. Brad is in the truck with Aaron and correcting him on YouTube. Thank you, Brad. 230 miles. Aaron says, I got to meet up with my shepherd crew a couple of hours ago. Oh, you actually did y'all met up? Shane Seal, hello from Seal's Family Farm. It's been a long day. I bet it has. I saw that y'all met up with Timber Ridge. Good times. Did y'all go to Waffle House? That's what it looked like. Or did y'all just meet in the parking lot? Aaron says, Brad, what would you know? Passenger princess. No doubt he is passenger princessing it. My shepherd crew. Yeah, I was too shy. You should have definitely asked for a selfie. Met my first quail celeb. I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm the quail celeb.
You the quail celeb? I don't know. Some days. You should have asked for a picture. Aaron, next time you remember to ask for a picture.
I'm not the quail celeb?
You are sometimes. You are sometimes.
What do you mean?
Jeremiah watched the bee removal video. Hope says, hey, Christina and Lane. Hey, Hope.
Hey.
Steve wants to know if Shane's scale still works. I'm sure that it does. Business calls. Yes, Brianna, that's business, technically. Hope says, yes, his scales still work. Business trip. Brad, no haunt is a very southern Cajun word for embarrassed, in case y'all don't know what that means. I figured somebody would ask eventually. That I listen, I understand. I end up deleting a lot of comments. If you're gonna press the button, you gotta press the button, sir. Mason says, I have no clue. You're gonna learn all kind of new words, Mason. Brianna says, come to Colorado, Aaron. Don't tempt him. He will go all over. He has no problem doing that. He will drive for hours on end. Also, Tiny Hands Farm. We should do a homestead chat. Let's get together on that, and you can we could do an interview.
I am.
Lane, you're the dragon sub. Yes, he still is collecting dragons. Aaron, Shane dropped his scale yesterday, but I'm the way master. I'm sure if Shane dropped his scale, he went get a new one. How is the garden coming along? It is actually coming along well. I thought for a minute that I might have birds that were stealing the green bean seedlings, but no, they are not. We have a lot of seeds coming up right now, actually. The tomatoes are taking off. The ones, my store-bought ones grew, but the ones I started myself are catching up really fast. Sitting here and getting a few chuckles from the chat. The sarcasm is heavy in the chat. Brad says he's down for a ride to Colorado. Yeah, I heard y'all had a fun trip, so
I wanted to be there.
I'm sure that you are. Brianna, I'd love that. I need you to teach me how to guard it. So, my usual method is put stuff in the ground and see what happens. I'm by far not a master gardener at all. I just I stick to the stuff that I know that grows. But yes, we'll get together. We'll message each other. Aaron is definitely the way master, and he said Lane is too. Listen, somebody's always weighing some birds. Bless you, Lane. Brianna said, not the green beans. I like sugar snaps. Do you have any planted? Actually, it is too late for us to plant any type of pea. It's going to be too hot too soon, and they will not grow. We would have had to plant peas in a very sketchy window between November and December here for any peas to actually grow, because it still can be pretty warm in November. We have cold in December, January, and February is sketchy also. We have winter one day, summer the next, so you never know. But no, we do not have any planted. I do have some fisheye peas planted, but that's more of like a bean, so it'll do fine in the heat. Berna says, Christina, your tomatoes will outperform the store, but probably so. I was just impatient, and I bought some from the store. Mason, can I tag along, Brad? I'm sure Aaron would bring you to. I don't know either one of them would be a good influence for that long of a ride, though. Oh, Lord.
They will. Totally.
My Shepherd crew wants to know, did you see any otters at the creek? I don't know, but I did see Brad posted a picture on Facebook, I believe probably at that creek. That's your method. That is the best method. Whatever grows, stick with that. Um, yeah, I like perennials for that reason. Lane's over here moving around, shaking the table. Brandon, I'm looking forward to meeting you all. And somehow, Christina, I will get you traveling. That's a hard one. It really is. I don't mind traveling, especially if I don't have to drive. But then I get nervous being away from here. I'm already an anxious person, but I get nervous being away from here because I don't trust anybody to take care of the animals as well as I do. And with all the dogs, I don't know if you are familiar with Great Danes, but they get diarrhea for if you look at them the wrong direction. So unfortunately, if you leave them with somebody, it's not a good situation. So I don't know. Maybe eventually, I'd probably have to bring them with us. The other dogs would be fine with a sitter. And we were weighing eggs yesterday while Shane was trying to deliver a calf. Well, I mean, at least y'all are being useful. That sounds like fun, yes.
It does. I want to go there and do that.
Nope. Hope says, wait, Shane and Hope delivered the calf. Did he take all the credit? He probably did, Hope. He probably did. Verna said, Christina, next year start them 2 weeks earlier. Normally I do. Normally I start everything very early. The birds have kept us very busy this year. And it's just, we've been very, very busy this year. Aaron said, this live is bad 15 minutes in and not a single side rant. This goes back to which one of us stays on track, but we won't get into that. Jeremiah, we will come and get the bee boxes soon enough. We gotta wait for make sure all the bees are in. Brianna said, bring the pups. I want to meet a Great Dane. I hate travel to or refuse planes, that's for sure. We flew to Koyokon this past year. It wasn't too bad. I hadn't been on a plane in years.
I love planes.
That was Lane's first plane ride.
I like planes. I love planes.
Steve says at Aaron, do you really want her going off about you for 10 minutes?
She will. She will. She definitely will.
No, I would never.
What do you mean?
Brad, I'm having trouble deciding if I'm moving to Seals Farm or Thieving Otter Farm. The scenery is awesome at both. It's definitely different than the scenery down Abaya, I'm sure.
Way better.
I've only seen pictures, but I have no doubt that it is better than the scenery here.
I don't even need to see pictures. I know that the view is
Better. Yeah, it probably doesn't even smell like shrimp.
I mean, shrimp kind of smells good. I can't lie.
Belt Loop 29 Homestead soap.
So
The live is soap. That's it. Okay. All right.
No,
let me
it's
concentrate.
oh, we need to put that one on.
You've done your time in planes. I used to travel. My parents put me on a plane when I was like 13, traveling by myself, and now I'm like, I would no. Mm-mm. I'm guessing
So,
Belt Loop
yeah.
29 is Gary or Gary, however you want to pronounce that.
What's your favorite part of the plane trip? Flying. The view.
The view is your favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
I like the free movie because I had been wanting to see the movie. So.
Oh, Atlantis?
No, I don't remember which one. Oh,
I watched Atlantis.
That's the one you watched. Hope says they did admit that they can't do it without us. I heard them say it. They really can't. They do know how valuable we are. Let's see. What's your favorite movie, Lane?
Men in Black.
Men in Black. We have been on a Men in Black
Run.
marathon while Aaron has not been home.
I know he's gonna be mad.
Steve, when I fly, I'm too cheap to get a movie flight. The movies were included in the flight, and I hadn't seen that one yet because I had to rent it at home. And I'm too cheap for that.
Men in Black? What movie?
The movie I watched on the airplane.
I don't know what the movie is.
I don't remember.
I watched it like this.
Might have to watch Men in Black. It's been way too long. Great movies. We actually gonna watch part 3 after.
I got into part 3. I already have two friends named Jeremiah. For the last 24 years, Jeremiah has a channel called Tracker J.
Alright.
That's for Jeremiah.
Yep. What's your favorite food?
Hamburgers. But it has to be homemade and juicy.
Juicy homemade hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough.
And
I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I kind of am. It depends on the day. Jeremiah wants to know how many quail do y'all have? That's a question we don't answer because we don't keep count. We have too many. Aaron says we are officially in the same state as Steve. So y'all are in Mississippi.
Visit Steve.
Saw your garden video, then watched the neighbor plant tomato plants, and we've not had our frost yet. They're gonna cry next month. Yeah, I would cry if I had to wait another month to plant something. I was over not having anything, having the garden pulled out since the fall. In the summer, fall, I kind of didn't know what to do with myself because I'm used to having something to mess around with all the time. So, thankfully, it was time to plant. We still have to put some trees in the ground. We did not do that yet. We have a papaya tree, a peach tree, and a fig tree that's waiting to get planted. That loop's also in Mississippi. Vay's place, you don't count quail, you count the number of eggs you gather each day. I make a couple trips out there during the day to gather eggs, so I try not to count those either. Belt loop. Aaron, he wants to know what part of Mississippi y'all are in. He's in Rankin County, Florence, actually. Y'all must have just got into Mississippi, I'm guessing. See, east side. Steve's on the east side, and he's on the west side. Oh, Aaron's on the east side. He's on the west side. Hello, Matt. Grafter Branch Homestead. Got stuck at work. Please let me know how many silky eggs made it into lockdown tonight, because I am interested in knowing how they did after being in the mail for so long. Steve wants to know if Aaron came in at Meridian. Probably so. I would think so. Brad said they are just about in Laurel. Yes, please do message me tonight. I'm curious.
I'm not familiar with this character.
If you're going to read the comments, you got to read them so we can hear them. Are y'all familiar with Square County Homestead or Shooting Star? They're both in Mississippi as well. I am not familiar with them. Are they on Facebook, YouTube? I can go look them up and see. We like knowing everybody in the neighboring states.
We have
4.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now because if we have, we would go get it.
No, that would be 5.
That would be 5.
Yeah.
With the one that we would
We have
get.
4.
We have 5. If we
Once we
add
go get the
one,
box. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have channels on YouTube. We'll have to go look them up and see. Square County Homestead or Shooting Star. Steve says Laurel. Heck, you almost home. He's still got a little while left. But he'll be home earlier than what we normally go to bed, so that's a good thing. Because we have baseball tomorrow. First baseball games of the season for Lane.
Yep.
Belt Loop. I went to college in Hattiesburg. Nice.
Where is that?
Mississippi.
Where in?
Oh, listen, that's somebody. You gotta ask somebody else where Hattiesburg is at exactly. We all know I'm not good with directions. Hey, we skipped a comment. 340 Quail Farm is here. Hey, Lane and Christina. Hello. Glad to see you.
No.
Lane, what baseball position do you play?
Left field.
Left field?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's where University of Southern Mississippi is located.
Ooh.
We'll just have to look it up on the map.
Yeah.
Hey, Buster, we are glad to have you. It doesn't matter what time you get here. I don't keep attendance like Aaron.
100% of a state at Alabama state line.
So that's where it's at.
We either eat them, we put them for the dogs, or we put them in packages. Put them for the...
I mean, pretty much. Usually packages first, then us, then the dogs.
No, the dogs, then...
No, the dogs get the broken ones. But order of importance. Aaron said he passed it yesterday. Nice. Okay. We're at the bottom of the comments. Does anybody have any questions?
Send questions, please. I want questions. I like answering.
Send questions.
Questions.
Brianna said you should host streams more often. Oh, no, ma'am.
Yes,
no, ma'am.
Yes.
I will not be taking over any streams.
Yes.
I am only doing it because Aaron is out of town today.
Yes, I love that. Favorite.
Okay, so
American pansies.
American pansies are your favorite.
Yeah.
Brianna wants to know favorite quail varieties. Aaron's gonna kill me. Okay, so I am basically in charge of general quail care. Aaron is the genetics and the sorting and the business and that stuff. So he hates it, but any of the black and white quail are my favorite, and he hates whenever I say that. But
I do too.
Pansy fees are my favorite variety of all of them. I do love the American pansies. I like all the pansies. So
the American pansies are my fave. My fave.
My shepherd crew anxiously awaiting our lab results for NPIP. I'm sure that results will be just fine. I did see y'all just had that a couple days ago, huh? They're usually pretty quick at getting the results back. That's exciting, though. Are you going to start shipping your eggs soon? Belt Loop says, I take it you drive a truck to Aaron. Yes. Yes, he does drive a truck. Steve wants to know when Lane's next building video is.
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
He did get a lot of wood from the neighbor, though, so.
Whenever I do get enough stuff for what I need for my iPad, or the trouble stops, and I can make a bunch of videos.
A bunch of videos? We'll see. Lane.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
He does love all things YouTube, so.
I'm gonna go live sometime.
Aaron comes in clutch with a question. What's your favorite vegetable to grow?
Bell pepper?
No.
Bell pepper is a fruit.
I like to grow squash and zucchini. Because I like to make squash patties, which, yes, I will do a video when it's time.
Squash patties are good.
The squash patties are good.
I don't know anything else that you like about growing that. So.
Well, you can make the fake pineapple out of the zucchini. The fake. Yeah, it's delicious.
Fake pineapple.
I made Aaron try that, and he was actually surprised about how good it was.
I need to try that.
Mason wants to know, did I get Aaron's poop trays done, or did you save them for him? He mentioned he forgot to do them. So we were supposed to get them done before he left. But then he did not. But they had a baseball scrimmage, which took precedence over poop trays. But I did get them done today. I left one spot for him to do, but everything else is done. And I scrubbed the feeders and wiped down the cages and cleaned the whole quail barn.
How much you doing for?
Verna agrees. Pansy fees, they are the prettiest ones. Brianna, tuxedos, make him breathe for tuxedos. I think tuxedos are nice. I always did like them. Aaron he can't stand them.
I don't really like them that much either. I understand.
Steve says he's got time to do the trays when he gets home. Unfortunately not. But they're done for him. So. Belt Loop says, I better run. Y'all enjoy the rest of the weekend. You do too. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. My Shepherd Crew says that's the goal about shipping eggs. Nice. It's so exciting when you get started. It's frustrating sometimes, but it is exciting. Mason said, Brianna, I thought I was your tuxedo breeder. Look, you got him all upset. Homestead Matter says, howdy folks, sorry for the late join. How's everyone's Saturday going? It's going good. I'm glad you stopped by. I was worried that we would have to be talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Verna's telling her hello. Aaron said he loves the fake pineapple. It is good. It is good. It is. It's basically, you can do it in chunks or in shreds. And you do have to buy pineapple juice for the recipe. But it's basically just a pineapple substitute. So squash patty is better than deep fried battered squash. Yes. I prefer them. I think Aaron prefers it that way too. But I mean, anything deep fried really, it's bad for you, but it tastes delicious. Homestead Matter said, God bless our local post office guy. I stalked him down after my out for delivery was changed to pick up after they closed. He went back to the post office, picked them up, and dropped them off. So you two are lucky to have some good postal workers.
We do.
We do too, yeah. 340 Quail Farm has a question. Other than cucumbers, are there any other produce you feed the quail from the garden? We have tried
cucumbers. We feed that to the pigs.
Yeah, he just said other than cucumbers. We've tried a few different things, but they just don't seem to like them very much. Or they look at it like it's an alien, so we have just kind of given up on that. But the cucumbers they will eat. That's about the only thing, though. Aaron said, I spent years breeding out tuxedos. He did. But now we have some that are coming on back. Mason, Brianna wants to know where her eggs are. Steve says we deep fried for hundreds of years before we ate all these chemicals. Just say, listen, I grew up in Louisiana. Okay, so my grandma, I'm sure a lot of y'all in the South, they had like the can on the stove that they would put all the grease in and then reuse that grease to cook everything with. I mean, Steve says quail loves squash and watermelons. A lot of any extra garden produce that is not good for us usually goes to the chickens or the pig. Either one of them. Nothing goes to waste.
One, two, three.
Jeremiah wants to know how many bunnies do y'all have? Too many right now, honestly.
Like 12.
No,
all of us. I got 4.
We have our 4. We have our 4 breeding adults, and we have 4. I say babies, but they're juveniles.
I got my 4 baby buddies.
Yes. Betty's Place said he loved watermelon and yarrow. I haven't tried the watermelon with them, so I'm not. Might try this year and see what they do. Homestead Matters. Wondering if Steve, have you heard more and more businesses are switching back to tallow instead of seed oils? I have been keeping up with that, actually. We even had a few local businesses that posted about it, that they use tallow instead of seed oils. We try to whenever we have it. Everything is bad for you these days, so I don't know anymore. Brianna says, I didn't know you had bunnies. I want photos.
Okay.
We'll have to take some. We have New Zealand's and Californians. Lane, what is your favorite animal at your house?
Bacon Bit, the pig.
Bacon Bit's your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pig.
I do like Bacon Bit myself. Don't eat. The little puppy's behind us snoring very loudly.
No. You can be quiet.
Faye's Place says she has a bunch of beef fat I need to render. We do not have any right now. We had done the last of what was in the freezer a while back. Yep. Homestead Matters guest speakers next week. The bunnies. Yeah, I have a feeling they wouldn't like that. They barely like me touching them. They're not mean. They just, with everything else I have to do, I don't have time to play with them, which is why I got out of pet rabbit business, because I didn't have time to play with the babies.
I have time.
You do not have time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they weigh almost as much as him right now.
Can I go grab them?
No,
go grab them.
They're gonna scratch you all up.
I want to go grab them.
They will scratch you all up. Let's see. Steve says, I didn't even know. I'm pretty sure he means tallow was a thing until y'all got me on this homesteading kick. Yeah, it's a thing. We try not to fry too much, but we do. So.
How are the baby chicks doing? Good. They're doing good.
Yes, all the baby chicks are doing good. Steve said, I made my first batch of butter today. Next week, Guitro's honey butter. Uh, I like making. Aaron made some barbecue honey butter something for some chicken tenders the other day. That was so good. But yeah, making butter is actually it's easy to do. Our daughter actually did that about 2-3 weeks ago. She had messaged me to let me know she had made some butter. Aaron said bunnies only go in the house once they are undressed. Yes, that is correct.
So they can come in the house anytime.
No. Homestead matters. Barbecue honey butter. So I saw him with barbecue sauce. I saw him with our honey, and I saw him with butter. And he made a mix, and then he shook our chicken tenders in it, and it was everything he cooks is delicious.
Delicious.
Brianna said most of the companies using tallow are using poor quality tallow that is still filled with chemicals, but that's for my tinfoil hat people. I think anything that you can do yourself is the way to go. But I guess, I don't know. It's hard. Like one of the local restaurants, she posted that she uses tallow too because she had saw the meme where the bigger companies were switching over to it. And hers is like a good small company that provides it, and I think hers is a good quality one. But yeah, I think you're probably right that those bulk tallow that those companies are buying is me. Buster's laughing at Aaron. Yeah, that's about the bunnies. So you said it was take. Yes, it does take forever. In the buttermilk, did you save your buttermilk? Verna's telling you had your mixer too high. Brianna said, good on her. That is awesome to hear. So it's funny because we've been doing this for like a long time. She's always played with the chickens, played with the goats. Um, she would sit in the garden when we'd plant stuff, but she was never like really into any of it. And now she'll be 23 this year, and she tried a couple quail. They were a fail for her, so we're just gonna continue to give her eggs. But she did come pick up some chickens, so she's got 4 of her own chickens now. they She does a lot of bread baking. She doesn't do sourdough, but she does a lot of bread baking. She's trying to go dye free for her toddler. She's trying to move away from plastics. So it's funny because she'll ask us stuff, and I'm like, "Did you notice when we used to do that?" She's like, "No," but now she does. So she'll text about it. Buttermilk is good for drinking and baking. Yeah, I usually freeze dry any of our extra buttermilk.
Did you guys get any sponsors this year? That's an answer for you.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Sponsors?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Sponsors. Steve said, nope, didn't save the buttermilk. No baking on agenda, and I'm not drinking that crap. Okay, tell us how you really feel, Steve. Brianna said, I tried making butter from homogenized milk once. Spent a long time on a failed attempt. Oops. Yeah, we only did it like once. Now I just buy real butter instead of margarine. Verna said, Steve, that would have been good to mix up in your pancake batter. Talking about the buttermilk. Steve says, you need the heavy cream. This milk is for cheese. That's next on my agenda. Cheese making, oh no. That cheese making sounds way too complicated.
It's not hard.
You think so?
It's not.
Have you made lots of cheese before that I haven't noticed?
Yes, I have.
He's full of baloney. He hasn't made any cheese before.
Yes, I have.
When?
2 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Everybody, yes, I did.
He did not make any cheese.
Yes, I did. Everybody, I love making cheese.
Yeah, I try to keep anything that I do as least complicated as possible around here.
You see, I know.
Lane is correct. It isn't hard.
I know.
All right. Steve says for Lane to make a cheese making video.
Yes.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll do that next week. Next week, yep.
Next week, you think?
Wednesday.
So I think everybody up in here right now is northern. So I don't think anybody has started their gardens. But did anybody consider what they're going to plant this year?
Anybody?
We got to give them a second to answer the question.
I was saying anybody. Wait.
Jeremiah wants to know, how is the honey that you'll harvest from the beehive? Good. It is good.
I know there's no those comments.
I know. We need to wait for somebody to comment or give us a question.
I don't even care if you comment a dot.
Do you want to show a dot?
Honestly, just start commenting a dot.
Berna said, I saw Lane take a big bite of the comb.
It was good, yes.
Yeah, he likes to do that. I'm not a fan. I just like to save the wax. That's it.
How is the honey that y'all harvesting? Good.
Yep, good.
In that video, did y'all get the comb out of the bathtub? Yes, we did.
Yep, it was.
I did get stung. I think it's still swollen. I don't know.
Yeah, he did get stung one time.
I don't know if it's swollen or not. It's still.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's not swollen anymore.
Brianna said, we won't be planting, unfortunately. We have had a really bad grasshopper infestation for the past 3 years. Any suggestions outside of DE and covering crop? That's a hard one. Like, is it the whole state that has a grasshopper infestation, or just like where you're at? I'm not familiar on a solution for that one.
We are doing potatoes, brush beans, tomatoes, bell peppers, and I'm sure other things. I don't remember that the wife stuck in there.
That's Brad.
Well.
Did she plant a bunch of cucumber seeds this year? She probably did.
Bite. Well, not bite.
Fern says free ranger chickens, Brianna. That might be your most organic solution. Is send your chickens out to do the work. That's what we're planning on doing with the garden once the plants get bigger. Is letting the silkies free range in the garden area, and hopefully they can take care of some of those bugs before I have to.
Chickens in the garden will solve the grass.
Steve and Aaron both agree that chickens that could be the way to go for you. You would just have to protect your plants.
Chicken snacks.
Yep, chicken snacks.
Those would be good if I was a chicken.
Brad says yes a lot.
I believe it.
I'm sure she did.
Large mosquito net over the garden.
Yeah, Steve said a large mosquito net over the garden. I mean, you probably could do that. I don't know. I guess it would depend on the size of the garden. But you could let your chickens out and get, I know I've seen them use those wire little garbage cans over their plants. And then you just let your chickens free range around them.
Our whole general area, maybe a 5-mile radius, has them bad. We're going to get chickens, but we're told we're not allowed to. We share our house.
Oh, well, that's a bummer that you can't get chickens.
Bummer, bummer. If you were starting over and getting back into backyard bees, what would be something you would do differently?
And that's from 340 Quill Forum. Tim, are you thinking about getting into bees?
Me? What I would do different is I would definitely protect them more. I think we lost 1 or 2 beehives during the snow. So protect them better.
Well, we don't normally have snow, so that's not
But
normally
still
an issue.
protect them better for hurricane or bad rain comes.
So, for as far as it goes, if we're starting over with bees, I think we probably wouldn't have waited so long. We researched for years and years and years before actually getting bees. So we probably would have gotten them right away.
If we knew it was so easy.
Yeah. A lot of people think bees are very complicated,
They're
but
super easy.
I mean they really are pretty easy to have.
It's like making macaroni. Super easy.
And as long as you're not walking, like we have our bees very close by to our goat pen, and I mean, as long as you're not walking right in front of them,
They're good.
they don't really bother you too much.
Especially if they know you.
Steve said Brianna kicked those out. $340 Form says, "Shh, don't say it too loud. The wife might hear him thinking about it." So, I mean, I don't think they're bad. I was terrified. I was truly terrified about every aspect of the bees. I thought for sure that everybody that came in the yard was going to get stung. I thought it was going to end up really bad, and it really wasn't.
We need to be quiet.
Brianna said they're my husband's grandparents. No, I guess you cannot kick them out. Brianna also said, at least I have quail. Yes, at least you have quail. Steve says, Tim, get your wife a bee suit so she doesn't get stung. Yes, if you do get the bees, get your wife a bee suit too. Because I did last year. I got stung in the forehead, and I guess they got me right in a vein on my forehead.
It was so bad.
It was so bad. That was an ER trip. Listen, I need you to touch the computer much more gentle so you stop wobbling it around, okay?
Oh.
Thank you. Verna said Jasmine had bees before she had any other homestead animal. Yeah, she is a bee expert. Like, she knows everything. Jason said, good evening, folks. Hello.
Hey, Verna.
Aaron said, we have only had one hospital trip for Christina with the bees. Yes, thankfully only one trip. I didn't want to go to the hospital. He made me, though, so.
It was that bad, though.
Homestead Matters just said to my husband, you hear this, bees, goats, bunnies. See, we can do this. Here's a response. Yeah, I'm trying not to hear this. Well, okay, so I don't want the goats. I'm not the goat person. Aaron's the goat. But everything else, I don't mind. But yes, I mean,
I'm the goat person. Me and him.
As long as you're smart and
We're
don't get too many of anything.
We didn't.
It's usually pretty good to take care of.
Only got 3.
My shepherd crew, I'm scared of bees, all bugs, actually. Really? Do you have a big garden? Do you have a garden? Because there's a lot of bugs in the gardens if you do. I'm not scared of the bees. I am very cautious of the bees after last year's incident, though.
I hate when that happens.
John has a question. I live on an acre with neighbors on both sides of me. Is keeping a couple of beehives realistic? Worried that they will bother my neighbors.
They will not bother your neighbors. They will not.
Simple answer is probably not. Aaron's more of the bee guy than I am, but that was something that I was concerned about. depending on where you put your hives in your yard and which way you face them, will have a lot to determine where your bees are going to go. So we put ours, like we have our fence and the beehives and the openings are this way. We set them up that way. What? Okay, you can go get something. He's hungry. We set them up that way. That way they would fly towards our garden and come pollinate our plants. They spent most of the time at the neighbor's house pollinating her garden. We have a neighbor on the other side of the fence. They go that direction too, but he's never complained about them. I don't think that they are going to him. I'm pretty sure that they are going to a field in the back. Realistically, as long as you don't have them facing the neighbor's house, they probably won't travel that way. If you want more information on that, though, get with Aaron next week. He can probably give you a little bit more information than I can. Berna said, John, just don't put them against your fence. Yeah, I mean, we have them almost next to our fence. Steve said, Homestead Matters, we will be your support group. Yes. All the bad influence. Huga Homestead is here. CB. I'm going to have to just remember to call you CB. My Shepherd Crew said, no garden, no bugs. Yeah. I mean, they're not terrible. Brianna said, our neighbor has bees. They're actually really sweet. I mean, I don't know if sweet is the word I would use to describe them, but they're not bad as long as you leave them alone. You mind your business, they mind theirs, everybody's happy.
They are sweet if you leave them alone.
Steve said, the bees will fly a good distance to gather. We see a few bees and we are half a mile from the nearest beehives. Yeah, they go pretty far. It's like a 3-mile radius that they'll go and look for pollen. But knock on wood, we have not had a neighbor complain. I thought the neighbors might the other day because when we went cut out, I just watched. When they cut out that hive, we brought home the honeycomb and the wax, and it was going to rain, and Aaron put the container underneath the carport. Then the next morning, there was a few bees, which I was like, yeah, not too concerning. But I brought Lane's bee suit in the car with us because we were going to pick up a chicken. Thankfully, I did, because when we got back, he had to put the bee suit on in the car and move the honeycomb out to the yard. Then he ended up having to smoke underneath the carport to get the bees to go away.
Spray water. That wasn't the best idea, but it worked, I guess.
Yeah, it was a thing. My Shepherd Crew, the stink bugs in Georgia are horrible. They get through every crevice in the house. So we have stink bugs, and we have the regular stink bugs, and then we have the stink bugs that are actually leaf-footed bugs, but everybody calls them stink bugs. They are terrible, terrible. I understand. Now, those I will swing around, hands fly and everything else. No. Go eat to the side if you're that hungry, please.
I'm just going to be here.
Vernon said, fun fact, bees learn faces. Yes, bees do recognize their keepers.
That's why I said, if they recognize you, they especially won't sting you.
Yeah.
Night Buzz here.
You're welcome, John. But like I said, if you want more detailed information, come next Saturday when Aaron is in charge of the live stream, and he can give you a lot more bee information than I can.
I'm going to give you some bee information.
Mason, anyone else had a stink bug sting them in the eyeball, or just me couldn't see fairly? No.
I hope that never does happen.
Not had that happen. Brianna said, I don't want to tell you about the bugs I grew up with in Australia. I used to sleep with spiders. They were all named. Yeah, I imagine I know Australia is kind of like Louisiana and everything wants to kill you. So.
Everyone wants to kill you down here? What?
Verna said, wow, you have strange luck, Mason. I'm going to have to agree with that. Mason has a new nickname. She's going to call you Stink Eye from now on. I'm going to laugh every time I see that. Aaron said, I'll let you do the live stream next. No, sir. No, sir. You're going to be home.
Yes.
You will be home. So you will be in charge of the live stream, sir.
That, yes.
Mason said he was playing basketball when it happened. I'd imagine that was not a fun situation. Let me see. I don't think that anybody has seen.
Which stink bug do we have?
No. I'm looking to see if I have a picture. I think I'm far enough removed that I can show y'all the whole bee sting situation. If I can find it. Aaron said we might have some Australian quail on the truck now. Oh, I know what you're bringing back. You had told me about that on the phone. He is going. He's going to have to be in charge of live streams next week. It gives me too much anxiety. I was worried all day nobody was going to be here.
But you know what? Maybe more people than Dad has came here.
Brianna said you were going to have to explain further, Stink Eye. Let's see. Homestead Matters. Aaron, did you get some Oz eggs, you rascal? I'm not gonna say what they coming home with. I'll let him share. Brianna said, Aaron, give me those birds.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
Boy, y'all are mean to each other. I know why y'all all get along. Y'all is all just me. My Shepherd crew got me some Topaz Jumbo Celadon eggs hand delivered. Nice. It's good knowing some people getting on the road. I'm trying to find out that picture, but I cannot find it. That's probably a good thing because I look like a troll.
You want me to find it for you?
Yeah, you can look for it. See if you can find it. I have 17 viewers right now. Whew. Yeah. I was pretty sure that I was only going to have like 5. So that's exciting. Brad said, take it easy, bro. Them Australians are supposed to be secret. Brad, you know this man as well as I do. Steve said, many of us only join Aaron's lives to see you, so this live was a treat. Y'all must be disappointed pretty often because I try to stay out the camera. I don't mind doing the YouTube videos because if it goes badly, I can like re-record. Did you find it? Oh, Lane did find it. So, I am not allergic to bees. But let's see. I don't know if y'all will be able to see that, but that's the bee sting from. Yeah, it was a bad situation.
You got rid of that so quick.
Yeah, that was the emergency room trip. Mason said, I need some Topaz. Homestead Matters. Not saying there may or may not be. I'm pretty sure there's a super secret selection eggs waiting to go into the incubator tomorrow. Nice. Brianna said, I'm waiting on eggs from you too, Aaron. I better get some sneaky odds eggs in there. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is why all that's Aaron's department, because I'm like, oh, is it gray birds? Is it black and white birds? What? My shepherd crew said, oh my god.
I know, it was bad.
Oh yeah, so y'all did see it was a bad situation.
It was very bad.
Steve says, oh my, I sent you to the hospital too. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not allergic to bees. I thought about it. I took some Benadryl before bed, and I thought it was going to be better in the morning. And then
it got worse.
Yeah, it got worse overnight. So Aaron insisted in the morning that we went to the hospital. And they gave me a shot. Like I would have been allergic to them, but that shot didn't actually do anything. And it did take about a week for that all to go down.
And that's what I'm saying. I might still have the bee suit.
Yeah. It was very awkward to go to the store.
So I had to keep your sunglasses on.
Verna said, oh wow. No, it did not look anything like Like I said, I looked like a troll for about a week. You see why I went to the yes.
And she went to see ER on Thursday.
Aaron said, might have a backseat of eggs and live birds. I have no doubt.
Let's go!
I have no doubt that you do. Yes, ER trip was warranted, I guess. I was going to drive myself to the doctor's office once they opened, but he said that I could not open my eyes enough to drive. He might or might not have been right.
He was right.
Brianna, love it, Aaron. Deliver eggs, take eggs. That's the way it's done.
Let's go.
Brianna said Aaron is a good husband. Wow. He is. He spoils me. He does. Oh, yes, a week. A week on steroids to get that to go down. Oh. Aaron said more than eggs, cages, and feeders are involved too. Yes, we need to do some expansion. So he went on a business trip for the expansion, I guess. So he said, after that bee incident, I imagine your neighbors were eyeing Aaron differently. Thankfully, all of our neighbors know and love Aaron. He's everybody's bestie in the neighborhood. So he knew that they knew that wasn't the case. Bye, I misses you, Brian. Oh. Brianna said business trip.
Yep.
Well, I mean, they always throw some fun in there, but it was just technically. Hey, Bob. How are you doing? He said, howdy, Australian quail. What are those? Bob, me and you both don't know. I'm just going to wait for Aaron to get home. I'm pretty sure they're referencing the color or the type. I don't. That's not my department in the quail.
That's his department.
Brianna said, they are the best quail. So there you go. She has summed it up for us.
I believe that those are probably going to be my favorite.
You think those are going to be your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron said, Oz Snowy. Is it going to be another one I have to learn the name of?
Wizard of Oz Snowy?
Just Oz Snowy.
I thought that was Wizard of Oz Snowy.
Bob is telling Verna hello. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? Because if not, I will go ahead and end this live stream. We're an hour and almost 10 minutes in.
An hour and 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. And I had no side rants, so. I'll give y'all a second. Clean. Apparently he was starving.
Oh,
Rock Hill Homestead, I just want to say I'm loving your new garden beds. Thank you. I love them too. Eventually I would like to do some tall ones like what you had at your house because I'm getting old and
it's
I
hard
want
to
tall
remember.
ones. Hey Joe. But thanks for
Yo,
stopping by.
sup, Big Joe?
Lane says, "What's up, Big Joe?"
When are you coming over, Big Joe?
Big Joe came over while you wasn't even here. You was
Come
gone.
on, man.
Brianna said, "This has been a lot of fun. Thank you." Steve. Thank you, Steve. And Big Joe told you what is up, Lane.
What's up?
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Y'all keep an eye out during the week for a new garden video because I'm going to update on all the little seeds that came up. Lots of beans. Yes, and don't forget to hit the like button, thumbs up, subscribe, do all those things. All right, guys. Good night. You want to tell them bye?
Bye.
Thanks for
Good
joining us.
afternoon. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. Have a great time.